everyone, welcome to watch 汉字里的中国故事, the Hidden Code in Chinese Characters series. I am Wang Lan from Zhejiang Chinese Medical University. In this lesson, we are going to learn characters with 时 component. At the beginning of the class, I have some questions to ask you. Do you know this component? How many Chinese characters with this component can you figure out? Have you found any connections among these characters? They have the same component, 时. After learning this lesson, I believe you will know more about these characters and some hidden codes among them. Okay, let's get started. First, let's take a look at the character 时. The figure shows the evolution of the character 时. We can find its most original character called oracle bone inscription. The shape of it looks like a person is opening his mouth and try to get the food from this container. And you can even see this person is stirring here. So, 时 means to eat. We can use 时 to make up words like 食物. Something you can eat means food. 时 can also be used as a component to construct new characters. For example, 餐. Under the script of 小篆, which means small seal script, the character 餐 is like a picture. This part is the hand of a person. This looks like a pair of chopsticks. And this is the tall container where the food is in. So a person is using the chopsticks to get the food from the container. 餐 could mean to eat. For example, 餐厅, restaurant. But we use 餐 to indicate the meal more often, like 早餐, 午餐, 晚餐, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Sometimes we can also use 餐 as a measure word. For example, 一日三餐, 3 meals a day. In character 餐, 时 is used as the component at the bottom of the character. In more cases, we put component 时 at the left side of the character. To simplify the characters, we need to change the writing of 时 into component 时. Let's see more examples. The associative compound 引 is the combination of character 时 and character 欠. This is the character 引 under the oracle bone inscription. It's shaped like a person who is stretching out his hand to hold on to the jar and putting out his tongue to drink from the jar, like this. So 饮 means to drink. For example, 饮茶, like 喝茶, drink tea. The difference between 饮 and 喝 is that 饮 is more likely to be used as written Chinese, while 喝 is more likely to be used as oral Chinese. The latter one is a little bit informal. Moreover, we can use 饮 as a noun, such as 饮料, beverage, 饮用水, drinking water. 四 is a pictophonetic character. It consists of the component 时 and the pronunciation part 思. But if we look at the character 思 under the bronze inscription, we can still get the meaning from it. It's like a person standing there, stretching out his hand to get the food from this tall container. So he is standing there, holding the food in his hand and observing. The food is not for himself to eat, but for the animals. So the meaning of 饲 is to feed. We can make up words like 饲养 to feed, 饲料 the feed of the animals as a noun. 饿 the component 食 indicate the meaning to eat. 我 indicate the pronunciation, but the pronunciation has changed a lot in modern Chinese. We can get the meaning from its formation. I myself eat. Why? Because I am hungry. We can make up the word like 饥饿. Here, 饥 also means hungry, but we use it in the idioms more often, while 饿 is more common, more oral. For example, 我快要饿死了. I am starving to death. 我饿得能吃下一头牛. I am so hungry that I could eat a cow. So what's the antonymy of 饿? 饱. The character consists of the component 食 and the pronunciation part 包 from 包子. For example, 她吃了20多个包子，吃饱了. She ate over 20 包子 before she was full. 吃饱 means eat once fill, means feeling full. 饱 means full. Not only like full of food, but can also be used to indicate full of energy or something else. For example, 精神饱满, spirited, energetic. He looks like full of energy, so we can say 他精神饱满. He is fresh and energetic. Pictophonetic character 饭. Left side is the component 食, and the right side is the pronunciation part 反. If we change the tone a little bit, then we get the character 饭. At first, it means cooked cereal, like 米饭, rice. Afterwards, it was extended to mean meal or food, like 饭菜. 饭后甜点, after meal dessert. So let's have some dessert now. 饼. Can you guess the meaning of it? From the component 食, we can tell its meaning have something to do with food. From the right side, we can get the pronunciation. The tone changed a little bit. So, what is 饼? 饼 means flour food, such as 烧饼, Chinese-style baked roll, 饼干, biscuits, 月饼, mooncakes. They are all very common pastries in China. By the way, can you tell when Chinese people eat mooncakes? So, phonetic character. Left side is the component 食, indicates the meaning to eat or food. Right side is the pronunciation part, so. So itself also means old man. So what if the food get old? It will go bad and have very bad smell. And that is the meaning of so. The food have a sour smell from spoilage, such as 馊味, spoiled food smell. 馊饭, spoiled food. For example, 天太热了，昨天的饭菜都馊了. It was so hot that yesterday's food has gone bad now. Here, so we can use it as a verb. In today's lesson, we have learned the component 食, which means to eat or take food. And we have learned the characters with this component, like 食、饮、饭、餐、四、饿、饱、饼、搜. Their meanings are all related to eat or food. More than 2,500 years ago, in the earliest collection of poems and songs, the Book of Songs, there is one poem says, 饮之, 食之, 教之, 诲之, which means being fed and raised, being taught and edified. Since ancient times, Chinese people attached great importance to the food. It's an indispensable part in our life and in our culture. Take the 4 traditional festivals for examples. Do you know for different festivals, we eat different food? During the Spring Festival, we eat dumplings, 饺子. In Mid-Autumn Festival, we eat mooncake, 月饼. For Dragon Boat Festival, we eat rice dumplings, 粽子. And at the Tom Sweeping Festival, we eat green dumpling, 青团. In China, food, 饮食, has become a very important part of the festival ceremonies. According to the above explanations, I believe you have already gained a better understanding and mastery of the characters with the component 食. I hope you find our lesson useful and intriguing. This is 汉字里的中国故事. I hope we could decode more characters in the following lessons. I do appreciate for your listening, and see you in the next class.